Alright, let's dive deep into the Ayton saga, because this is turning into one of the most talked about stories in the NBA offseason. Everyone is still holding their breath, wondering exactly where Ayton will end up signing. The big question remains, why isn't he a Laker yet? Today is the crucial day when he clears waivers, and depending on when you're watching this, it might have already happened. The Lakers and Ayton situation seems to be reaching some kind of turning point, and we might finally have an explanation for what's causing the delay. According to reliable insider information, the Lakers are actively exploring several trade scenarios to bring in a center. The identity of this potential center remains a mystery, but we do know the Lakers are in talks about a possible three-team trade to get it done. It's interesting, because these things rarely happen overnight. Trades involving multiple teams usually take weeks to iron out, especially when you're trying to balance salaries, player preferences, and team needs across the board. Now the identity of this center is the biggest puzzle here. If we're talking about someone like Nick Claxton, it would make sense for the Lakers to keep Ayton and let Claxton come off the bench, though paying Claxton $27 million to come off the bench does raise some eyebrows. Still, you could justify it by saying he'd be a high-quality backup, earning a reasonable salary for that role, but it's a complex situation. On the other hand, if it's Walker Kessler, that's a different story altogether. Kessler has shown enough to be trusted as a starting center right now and for the future, so that would definitely shake things up. There's also been talk about other centers like F. Missy and backup players like Nick Richards and Robert Williams. These names have been floated in trade discussions, but none seem like the starting center the Lakers are looking for. Missy could be a long-term backup and eventual transition piece, but the Lakers are apparently aiming for someone more significant. The chatter suggests they want a clear-cut starter, a guy who can be a foundational piece going forward. It's natural to wonder about all the possibilities. For example, would the Lakers really trade for a backup when they could sign Ayton and just have a solid two-man rotation with him and a backup like a Horford, or maybe bring in a young developing player to round out the depth? From a strategic standpoint, keeping Ayton and pairing him with a veteran backup seems like a low-risk, high-reward move. Ayton has the potential to be the best center available for the Lakers, but it comes down to whether he can focus and commit fully to the game. There are plenty of rumors about other teams like the Milwaukee Bucks and Indiana Pacers, but none seem realistic anymore. Milwaukee signed Miles Turner, so they're off the table, and while the Pacers have been mentioned, Ayton's camp insists he wants to play in a winning environment. The Lakers naturally fit that description far better than other teams, especially with LeBron James and Anthony Davis on the roster. Playing for the Lakers means being in the spotlight, receiving national media attention, and having the chance to compete for a championship. From Ayton's perspective, this isn't just about basketball, it's about rebranding himself. He needs a fresh start, a place where the narrative can change from what happened in Portland and elsewhere. He was once considered an up-and-coming center with huge potential, but recent reports have painted a very different picture. Heading to Indiana, where the media spotlight isn't as bright and the playoff prospects are limited, might not help him revive his image or career. The Lakers, meanwhile, are in a tricky spot. They want to be patient, but they also don't want to miss out. The trade talks might be the main reason for the delay. The Lakers might be hesitant to sign Ayton immediately because they're still trying to finalize a trade for another center who could be a better fit or provide more long-term value. If they move on a big trade, it could change the team's entire roster composition. It's a delicate balancing act. If the Lakers back out of a trade and Ayton signs somewhere else, they'll be left scrambling. The market doesn't wait, and yesterday's offers rarely hold up today. Teams don't like to see desperation, and the Lakers don't want to lose leverage in negotiations. One interesting theory is that the Lakers want to keep Ayton signing as an option hanging over other teams to create pressure in trade talks. If other teams believe the Lakers can sign Ayton at any moment, it might push them to make better offers in trades. Signing Ayton outright would give the Lakers more flexibility. They could then pursue backup centers or role players as needed without losing ground. If I were the Lakers, I'd sign Ayton immediately and pair him with a veteran backup like Al Horford. Then focus the rest of the roster around wings and perimeter players who can complement that front court. The idea of trading for a center like Claxton or Kessler only makes sense if that player is clearly better and provides a definitive upgrade. Otherwise, it just complicates the salary cap situation and roster construction. Ayton's contract and potential outweigh a lot of other options. He has shown flashes of brilliance and could be the anchor the Lakers need if he stays focused and healthy. The risk is there his motor and commitment have been questioned, but the reward could be enormous. Meanwhile, the Lakers have to be careful not to overcommit or get trapped in bad trades. Patience is key. They need to ensure that whatever move they make, it improves the team both immediately and in the long term. What makes this whole situation so intriguing is the uncertainty and the chess game behind the scenes. The Lakers aren't just trying to sign Ayton, they're trying to build a championship contender. With the right balance of talent, salary, and chemistry, the moves they make now will have ripple effects for years to come. Ultimately, the expectation is that Ayton will sign with the Lakers, but the timing and the exact nature of the deal remain unclear. If the Lakers can secure a trade for a top-tier center who fits their system and culture, then Ayton's role and minutes might be adjusted accordingly. On the other hand, if the trade talks fall through, the Lakers will likely lock in Ayton and move forward, trusting in his ability to be a dominant force on both ends of the floor. That would also free them up to focus on other needs like wing depth and bench scoring. This whole saga highlights how complex NBA roster building is today. It's not just about who's the best player available, it's about fit, finances, timing, and even media narrative. Ayton's arrival in Los Angeles isn't just about basketball talent, it's about creating a story of redemption and renewed hope for a team hungry for a title. So as we wait for the next update, keep an eye on the trade rumors, the waiver wire movements, and any official announcements. The Lakers front office is working hard behind the scenes to get this right, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Ayton's signing could be the missing piece in the Lakers' championship puzzle, or it could be the start of a new direction altogether. Either way, this offseason is shaping up to be one of the most fascinating in recent memory, and Ayton is at the center of it all. The drama, the anticipation, and the possibilities make this one of the best stories to follow for any basketball fan. We'll keep tracking the developments, analyzing the moves, and breaking down what it all means for the Lakers and the NBA landscape. Stay tuned, because the final chapter in this saga is still being written, and it promises to be full of surprises. Absolutely, let's continue breaking down this Ayton situation and what it means for the Lakers going forward, adding layers to the story that fans and analysts alike have been dissecting nonstop. The uncertainty surrounding Ayton's signing isn't just about a player's decision, it's a complex interplay of team strategy, financial maneuvering, roster construction, and long-term planning. The Lakers front office is clearly juggling a lot of moving parts, and every decision they make ripples throughout the league. One major factor to consider is the Lakers' salary cap situation and luxury tax implications. Ayton, with his skill set and potential, would command a significant contract, one that would eat up a notable chunk of the Lakers' cap space. But the Lakers have always been willing to pay a premium for talent if it means getting closer to a championship. They've shown this with their signings of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and other key players over the years. However, signing Ayton isn't just about fitting him on the roster, it's about how his contract affects the team's flexibility in making other moves, especially for the supporting cast around the stars. In this context, the rumored trade talks make more sense. The Lakers could be trying to clear cap space or acquire complementary pieces in a trade that would offset Ayton's salary and simultaneously address other needs. For example, if they trade for a starting caliber center who demands a significant salary, it might force them to make hard decisions about who to keep and who to move. These negotiations are incredibly complex because they often involve multiple teams, draft picks, and protected assets, all needing to balance financial rules under the NBA's collective bargaining agreement. Another layer to the puzzle is team chemistry and fit. Ayton's strengths as a center include his ability to roll to the basket, rebound, and protect the rim, but his consistency and motor have been questioned. The Lakers have to assess whether Ayton's playing style complements LeBron James and Anthony Davis effectively, and how he fits into the system Coach Darvin Ham wants to run. Chemistry isn't just about talent, it's about how players communicate, compete, and support each other on and off the court. Moreover, Ayton's potential off-court impact can't be ignored. The Lakers, being one of the most high-profile franchises in the world, require players who can handle the spotlight and maintain professionalism. There have been questions about Ayton's work ethic and focus in the past, so part of the decision might involve evaluating whether he's fully committed to elevating his game and embracing the responsibility that comes with wearing the purple and gold. Looking at the alternatives, if the Lakers decide to pursue someone like Walker Kessler, Nick Claxton, or Jalen Duren, they're considering young centers with upside, but varying degrees of readiness and fit. Kessler has shown promise as a starting center and could be a building block for the future. Claxton is an elite defender who can guard multiple positions, adding versatility. Duren is a raw talent with potential but may need more development. Choosing any of these options means the Lakers are betting on long-term growth and development rather than immediate impact. The question then becomes, is the Lakers front office confident enough in Ayton's upside to commit long-term, or are they hedging their bets by exploring trade options? This is where timing and patience come into play. The Lakers might be deliberately delaying a signing to keep leverage in trade talks, or to avoid committing prematurely to a player who may not be the perfect fit. Another angle to consider is the backup center position, which is often overlooked, but critically important. The Lakers currently have veterans like Al Horford who can play the backup role, effectively providing stability and experience off the bench. If they sign Ayton as the starter, having a reliable veteran backup ensures minutes are managed wisely and the team remains competitive even when the starter rests. If the Lakers decide against signing Ayton immediately, the alternative could be signing a reliable veteran backup and waiting to see how the trade talks unfold. This approach offers more roster flexibility, but might also signal a lack of full confidence in Ayton. That could affect the team's locker room dynamics and fan sentiment, especially given how much excitement there has been about Ayton joining the Lakers. From a competitive standpoint, the Lakers are in a win-oh mode. The window to maximize the prime years of LeBron James and Anthony Davis is closing, so every roster decision is weighted heavily with immediate championship aspiration. The trade and signing decisions this offseason could be the difference between a deep playoff run and another disappointing early exit. Furthermore, the Lakers are navigating the delicate balance between veteran leadership and youth development. Ayton at 25 is in the prime years of his career, but still has room to grow. The Lakers also have promising young players like Austin Reaves, and might look to develop more talent on the wing and in the backcourt to complement their stars. And front court, media scrutiny is another element that shapes this story. The Lakers, with their massive fan base and media attention, create an environment where every move is analyzed and debated endlessly. This pressure can affect player decisions and front office strategies. Ayton's desire for a fresh start and rebranding aligns perfectly with the Lakers' need for a high-impact center, but both sides must be aligned on expectations and vision. Looking ahead, the Lakers' decision to sign Ayton or pursue a trade will likely hinge on the progress of the ongoing negotiations. If a trade target emerges who clearly elevates the team's chances, the Lakers might pivot. If not, they will probably finalize the signing of Ayton and build around him. One potential risk is that if the Lakers wait too long or the trade talks become too complicated, Ayton might reconsider his options and sign elsewhere. That would be a setback for the Lakers, forcing them to scramble for alternatives late in the offseason. Conversely, if Ayton does sign with the Lakers soon, it could act as a catalyst for additional moves. With Ayton on board, the Lakers could focus on bolstering wing depth, perimeter shooting, and defensive versatility through trades or free agency. The Lakers management is known for being proactive, but also patient. They don't rush decisions, especially when championships are on the line. The balance between urgency and caution is delicate, but so far they've managed to stay competitive by making calculated moves. Ultimately, the Ayton saga embodies the complexities of modern NBA team building. It's about talent evaluation, salary cap management, player chemistry, media narratives, and long-term vision all intersecting. For the Lakers, landing Ayton could be a game changer, but only if it fits with their broader plan. As fans, we get to watch this unfold in real time, analyzing rumors, insider reports, and official announcements as they come. The uncertainty adds drama, but the potential reward is immense. Ayton joining the Lakers means a new chapter for him personally and a potentially crucial piece for a team eager to win another title. No matter how this plays out, it's clear that the Lakers front office is working hard behind the scenes, weighing every option to get this right. The stakes are high and the decisions will define the team's future for years to come. So as the days progress, keep a close eye on the news cycle. The next big update on Ayton's status could happen at any moment, and when it does, it will reverberate across the NBA. Whether it's a signing, a trade, or another twist in the story, the Lakers' journey to build a championship roster continues with all eyes on Ayton. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, is Austin Reaves of the Lakers really on the trading block? Ambitious strategy or front office bluff? A surprising rumor has been swirling around the NBA lately. Could Austin Reaves, one of the promising young talents of the Los Angeles Lakers, be on the verge of being traded? The whispers began quietly, but have grown louder, sparking debate among fans, analysts, and insiders about what this potential move might mean for the Lakers' future. Austin Reaves, known for his sharpshooting and steady playmaking has carved out a respectable role on a team that is often under intense scrutiny. His development over the past seasons has earned him the trust of coaches and teammates alike. Yet, despite his promising trajectory, the chatter suggests the Lakers front office might be willing to part ways with him, but why some speculate this could be part of an ambitious roster overhaul. The Lakers, a franchise with championship aspiration and a legacy to uphold, might be eyeing a trade to bring in a veteran star or draft assets to accelerate their rebuild, or push for immediate contention. Reaves, with his youth and upside, could be viewed as a valuable trade chip to attract bigger names or fill critical gaps in the lineup. On the other hand, skeptics wonder if this is merely a negotiation tactic, a bluff by the Lakers management designed to test the market and send signals to other teams. Without the genuine intention of moving Reaves, such maneuvers are not uncommon in professional sports, where front offices leverage rumors to strengthen their bargaining position or motivate players. Adding to the intrigue is the Lakers' current roster construction, which features several established stars alongside emerging talents. Balancing playing time and salary cap considerations may force the front office into tough decisions, and trading a young asset like Reaves could free up both roster flexibility and financial room. While nothing is confirmed, the buzz has certainly stirred excitement and anxiety among Lakers fans. Could Austin Reaves be the unexpected piece in a blockbuster deal, or is this just a strategic ploy to keep opponents guessing? Only time will tell. But for now, the possibility alone is enough to set the NBA rumor mills ablaze. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.